This is an Africa that is looking at our challenges and seeing opportunity. And that opportunity is what we are here to encourage you to participate in.
If you are looking for power to industrialize, then it may have a significant impact on your demand.
We need to do much more. We need much bigger numbers, and we need to do faster. It takes way too much time to develop this project on the continent.
L'énergie, on le sait, est un facteur indispensable pour toute initiative d'investissement. On peut même se tenter de dire que l'énergie est le moteur de la croissance. Tout pays qui dépend d'une seule source d'énergie est un pays vulnérable. Le mix énergétique montre que le potentiel du continent est très divers, en multipliant les financements innovants des secteurs publics et privés, à la fois à l'intérieur et à l'extérieur de l'Afrique.
The last mile connectivity is not necessarily economically viable. And as we increase connectivity, it increases the potential for generation because now more people have access to power. And this means that we are all utilizing the resources that we have where we should apply them. And what we are looking for are partners who see the vision that we have to partner with and to take those challenges and help us turn them into opportunity. We are looking for partners who are not looking at Africa as a continent that is looking for help. We are not looking for help. We are looking for partners.
Public sector investments must drive energy financing. I think there's a lot of money floating around globally that is looking for investments in energy. And government should not necessarily take that upon itself. And if we look at that positively, then that is where the private sector will tell you what would encourage them to bring in money to finance energy.
In 2016, Africa received only $3.4 billion of private investment in infrastructure. Latin America received $33 billion, $30 billion more than Africa received in private investment in infrastructure. I can tell you that I don't see why we, as our continent, especially with the kind of leaders that we have in this room, we can get to those numbers. We can get to $30 billion of private investment in this continent if we continue to apply the policies that you are applying across the continent. And finally, I think more resources should be allocated to building, to project preparation, project development, to build the pipeline of bankable projects.
Some of the issues that could be addressed to help this go faster is, for one, in many ways off-grid energy is much more about payments and fintech than it is about actual power technology. And when in every single country a company starts, you have to set up a new payment system, a new payments mechanism, a new collections platform based on different regulation. It makes it much, much slower to expand. Another example is some countries have very different tariff structures around the importation of these products, or very different incentives around local production. And if that's not aligned, then it means that markets in some countries will take off much quicker than others. But because of the realities of the borders, you can't really expand across the border.
En Afrique, nous avons un grand potentiel, mais la principale caractéristique est que c'est inégalement réparti. Donc, faisant les lignes d'interconnexion permet de prendre là où il y en a et de vendre là où il n'y en a pas, et donc les dollars iraient dans le sens contraire.
Almost every area of Africa has some kind of solid capability of providing a resource for energy if you go around the continent. And the key is maximizing where those fuels are, whether they be sun, water, thermals, etc., and using that to provide regional energy.
I'm more interested in how to restore dignity so people don't have to relieve themselves in Lake Victoria. So people can have decent wages. There can actually be industry. Fishermen don't have to go to the mainland every single day and hope they get back to where they're going, because there's no electricity. There actually is no forest cover in Buvuma anymore because of the lack of electricity. But we can start to reforest, we can start to protect other endangered forests. I mean, the benefits, the social impact is just huge.
Power is not something you can switch on and switch off. So what it means is that when you're trying to, the timing of adding capacity versus when the actual demand comes is not always in sync. And so you want to be able to just say, let's bring this capacity on stream. And even if one nation is not able to do it, by being able to bring it because you're pooling resources, you can do it. Thank you very much.